Hey team, Hermitarius slash Wish Thinker here. Not sure which channel I'm going to put this on yet. Um, I wanted to talk about the Moth card from Aaron Murphy Hiscock's Green Witch's Oracle. I pulled this card the other day and I was having just some trouble working through it, so I broke it down and then I wanted to share that breakdown with you here. So this is the Moth card. There's a beautiful picture of a moth on it, and then the words on the bottom, I don't know if this will focus, say mystery, concealment, illusion. I'm going to try... No, I don't know if that'll work, so I guess I'll just read it out. Card meaning, while some species of moth are diurnal, we tend to associate moths with the night. Moths are beautiful night pollinators, doing important work under the cover of darkness. Moths are often compelled to seek out the light even though it may endanger them. Moths, like butterflies, often have markings that disguise them, tricking predators into assuming they are something other than what they truly are. This illusion serves as protection. The moth card tells you that perhaps something around you isn't what it seems. Look for the truth and follow the light, but don't let yourself be blinded. There may be something in your life that needs illumination in order for you to take control. And then at the bottom of each of these blurbs, there's a reflection or a question. What in your life needs illumination to enable you to see past a surface level illusion? So the first thing I do when I'm trying to understand something that I'm reading is I'll read it bottom up, because when you get into the flow of reading, you just get into the flow of it and you kind of lose comprehension, or if you are a bit confused about sentence 1, by sentence 2 it's like a whole new idea, and so it just gets kind of like convoluted. This is how I'll read like articles and essays, or if you're proofreading something, you want to go bottom up because it breaks up the flow and it really lets you see what information is in each sentence. So there may be something around you that isn't what it seems. Something around you isn't what it seems. And then I have in quotations, it isn't a face, it's a moth. It isn't tree bark or like whatever these moth markings look like to you. It's a moth. Look for the truth and follow the light, but don't be blinded. The moth card tells you that perhaps something around you isn't what it seems. So it's just the same information. Something needs illumination in order for you to take control, to enable you to see past the surface level illusion. So I've just repeated the last line here. There may be something in your life that needs illumination in order for you to take control. What in your life needs illumination to enable you to see past the surface level illusion? So I'm just breaking down all the parts of the card. And then I identified that there is something in the life that is recognizable, and there's something in your life that exists and you're mistaking it as something else. But what is it? What is it? And then what control, like how do we break this down? So the first thing in the card that comes up is there's something that needs illumination. Something needs your attention. You don't have control about something. Something is an illusion. What is that thing? That thing is not recognizable because it is the illusion. And so we're mistaking it as something else. The illusion that we're seeing, what is that? So there's something recognizable in your life. If we can recognize it, we need to look deeper because it isn't what it appears. So it isn't like, let's pull a card for what is this thing that needs more attention. First, we need to pull a card for what is it that we recognize. What in our environment are we like, oh, that's just a moth, but it's not a moth, it's something else. We're like, oh, that's just some tree bark, but it's not tree bark, it's a moth. And then I have other notes. The light may endanger you. The illusion and the markers on the moth keep it safe. And mystery, concealment, and illusion, the words at the bottom of the card, these are protective. It's a protective illusion. The light, which can be knowledge, don't burn or approach or obsess about the light, about whatever light shines on the illusion to reveal what the thing really is. Just appreciate it and reclaim yourself, reclaim the moth that you are. So up here I have, I am not my markings, I am myself, whether I am recognized / illuminated or not. So I want to break this down showing the reading I did for myself. I pulled this card, I broke it all down, and then I wanted to pull cards on everything else. So what I ended up deciding to pull first was not the thing that needs to be revealed, but what is the illusion? What is something recognizable in my life that I see all the time and I'm like, yeah, that's just what it is, no problem. But no, that's an illusion, and we need to look at it with a different light. We need to shine a light onto it. So in that position, what is something recognizable in my life? I had gotten the reversed Emperor, which can mean not really making mid and long range plans, not really being super responsible, not getting up and getting things done, not really being in charge of like the border or the running of your empire. So what came up for me was, yeah, I can absolutely recognize in my life this like kind of lazy, no long term, what are you going after? Like, what are you doing with yourself? Like, that's recognizable in my life. And then I wanted to pull, what is the light? You could pull two cards. You could pull a card for the light and you could pull a card for the light source, but I thought that got too convoluted. But what is the light? The light of truth that's coming through here. What light can I shine on this regular recognizable thing that I'm used to, calling a certain thing? Do you want to see a big cat? There you go. Hey buddy. What light can I shine on this recognizable pattern in my life to reveal the illusion? And the light that I pulled was Metatron Miracles. So if I can just look at this, oh, you're fucking up and you're not doing anything serious with your life, and like you're not being in charge, you're not being responsible, take charge, like make a plan. If I can shine the light of miracles onto that recognizable feature in my rotation, in my life, in my psyche, then I was shuffling this other oracle deck and this card fell right face down onto the moth, which I thought like attracted it right to it. If I can shine the light of miracles, of Metatron's miracles, on this aspect of not really being get up and go or being like a firm, responsible, masculine energy in my life, I'll see through the light of miracles that what that actually is, beyond the illusion, the protective illusion, that I'm not really doing anything, I'm not being responsible, that it is healing. What is mending? And the green cards in this Prairie Majesty Oracle by Kara Simons is a claim. That's what the green means. So I need to claim that this, by some miracle, is actually healing and not a fuck-uppery. The fact that it feels like, or I recognize it as a fuck-uppery, that is an illusion. That is a distraction. That is a protection to give me the space to heal, and that is the miracle. This was like profound for me. And then I decided to pull one more card because it says the light may endanger you, the illusion and the markers keep you safe. So what is a sign of detrimental proximity? What is a sign of getting too close or relying too much or looking too far into this light? And I got reverse 10 of Pentacles, which at the time I was like, there's no way to lean too hard into the light of miracles. If you have a different response to that, if you think that this reverse 10 of Pentacles does have some kind of warning message about leaning too far into the idea of miracles, turning this idea of, oh, I'm not doing anything, actually into, no, you're healing, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'm wide open to hearing about it. But anyway, that is that is the reading. I hope that offers you something. The final message I have about this card that was not answered in this type of spread: what is recognizable? What light can I use to illuminate past this illusion and gain some control on what is actually there? Not the illusion, but what is actually happening that I can see with this illumination. So all of that I got from the card, but the last thing that is not included in this reading is that if you are used to working at nighttime, or if you're like a bit of a night owl, or if you like to work behind the scenes and you're trying to force yourself to push that into the light, into the daytime, into the 9 to 5, into a more public sphere, don't force yourself to do any of that. Like, if you operate safely at nighttime, lean into operating safely at nighttime, because the mystery and the concealment and the operating in darkness, that's all protective. Okay? So that's what I have. I hope this helps with your working with the moth card. Let me know in the comments.